What is up, gang? We're back in the UK, we're back from Texas, and I thought what I'll do today is film a full day of eating on the first day that I return back from the US. Now, every time I go to America, well, I've only ever been to Houston and LA, but when I go to Houston, everything normally elevates apart from the food. Training normally is pretty good, but however, this time round we were very, very busy, so we didn't really have a lot of time to ourselves to train. So most of my sessions were pretty much similar or not that good at all. Anyway, food-wise, wasn't great, and I actually felt super shit out there. I ate a lot of fried food, a lot of fried chicken, everything you eat out there, even if you try and eat healthily, there's just added oils, etc., etc. So my first day back, I had some good sleep last night. I went to bed at 9, woke up at 7:30 this morning. So I had a good sleep, and I was going to run you through my first full day of eating on return because I cannot wait to get some good nutrients into me. So without further ado, people, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Right, guys, so the first thing that I've done this morning, I've already done it, by the way, because it's actually, well, I haven't stopped my time off when I got in the ice bath, and it's been an hour and 50 minutes to go out there. Anyway, it is now, is it 9:30? 9:30 already? Anyway, it's 9:30, I've not eaten a single thing yet. The first thing that went past my lips this morning was Ghost Greens. I didn't do two, by the way, I've just got them both here because these are the best flavours, hands down. They've got some new flavours like pink lemonade and stuff like that, but for me, the lime and the apple cider vinegar are by far the best flavours. So yeah, one scoop of that. You guys know I do this every single day anyway. If you follow me on Instagram, which is @KieranNichols_, you'll know that I've been doing these every single day for probably, you're talking 2 years now, genuinely. 2 years I've been super consistent with that. Now, this is not like a fad product, by the way, guys. Like, there's not, there's certain products that you could say, right, like BCAAs, for instance, you don't really need a BCAA product. However, the only reason I say to my clients to drink BCAAs is if you struggle to get the right amount of water in there. So for instance, this bottle here is 1.5 litres. Realistically, for most men, I do believe you should be getting anywhere from 3.5 to 4 litres. So that's basically 2.5 of these bottles, and you're fine, right? But if you struggle to get anywhere near that amount of water in, then having something like a BCAA, which is obviously offers flavour and also branched chain amino acids, is only going to be a good thing. So yes, you could potentially use a BCAA product there. However, they're not needed half the time. But with something like this, a Ghost Greens, this is just all organic, great ingredients. You've got your reds in there, you've got your greens in there. And one thing that we often overlook when it comes to health and fitness is gut health, all right? Especially when a lot of us guys are bulking and eating huge amounts of foods. You've got to look after your digestive system, all right? So this has 10 billion probiotics in here, all right? This is crazy. So this product is by far the #1 product that Ghost do, all right? Forget about the proteins, forget about the pre-workouts and stuff like that. Although they're amazing products and I absolutely love them, the one that I would 100% recommend is this. Now, of course, it's a little bit like a grainy texture and stuff like that, but for me, it's like everything that I do, really, I always focus more on what that is giving me. So depending on what that could be, it could be the ice baths. Like, I don't want to get in an ice bath in the morning, but I focus more on the benefits I get from the ice bath and how it makes me feel after, which makes me get in. Same with these. Look, I actually like the taste of these. I actually got to the point now where I actually look forward to drinking these. And I will be honest, at the start I didn't. But once you get to that point where you do enjoy it, it's a lot easier to take. But just think to yourself how good it is for your guts, all right? So that was the first thing that went through my system today. I'm not going to do another one for the video because I'll be shitting like a brick. So I'm not going to be doing that, but definitely get yourself one of them, guys. Code Kieran, save you 20%. Right, next things. You guys know that eggs are next on the agenda. So basically, guys, today's goal is not just to get good nutrients into the system. That's one of the main goals, but the other goal is hitting that protein target, because I guarantee you, I probably didn't get anywhere near what I normally eat in regards to protein when I'm back home. All right, so the first up, we're starting with 6 hard-boiled eggs. Right, guys, so I've always used this. Well, I have done for the last year. It's called Salter, right? It's to make Salter, and I got this from Amazon. It's like £10. but it honestly, it basically says hot steam there, so it basically steams your eggs as opposed to boil them, which is the same thing technically. But I'll show you these eggs once they're done because they're absolutely bang on. Six eggs. Now I've got 6 whole eggs in here, but I don't think I'll eat all the yolks. We'll see how we get on, because that is about 6 eggs is about 30 grams of fat. Now yes, it is good fats, so it's probably not the end of the world. What I might do is track my full day of eating just quickly now, so I know what I'm kind of going to eat later on, and see if I've got enough room for all those fats now, because it's always best to track before you eat it, otherwise you end up going over. But that's what I'm going to normally have, is 6 eggs with salt, pepper, and that's literally me done. So that is meal number 1. Calories and macros will be on the screen throughout every meal. Look at these eggs, they're perfectly steamed. Watch this. Oh my God. Unbelievable, and that's my issue. When they taste that good, do I want to chuck any yolks out? Right guys, I'm being organised. So I've actually finished this bag now. Bought it just before Christmas. But I'm actually cooking up some rice so that when I have my next meal, because I know I'm going to have a lot of rice. Well, rice is going to be my main carb source today. So I'll just cook this now, because I've actually come away from the microwavable rice packets, because once you cook them, they're not actually 250 grams anyway, and obviously they're not 100% rice. There's other stuff in them, they're preservative stuff. So I always cook the rice from scratch the best I can, or the most of the times I can. That's always best if you ask me. So I'm cooking this now. I'll put it in a pot. I've only 220 grams uncooked rice, so I don't know how many meals that's going to do, but we'll see. I put the portions into some glass containers. So there's 340 exactly in each. So it's around 95 grams of carbs per portion, which is pretty good. So we're going with that. Wowzers, people, Ellie decided to go for a run, so I decided to go with her. Now normally, I would say always run after resistance training. In fact, still always do that. I just did it today because I've come back from America. I feel shit from the food that I've been eating out there. The run, my legs were fine on the run. Now I did my ACL back in 2015 probably, I don't even know, 2016. And that's okay. It's just sometimes my tibial anterior muscle, which is that muscle on the front of the shin, will sometimes play up. It didn't this time around, it's fine, but from all the fatty foods I've been eating in America, I was just flemming up everything. But anyway, I'm gonna have a quick meal now. I'm actually gonna have, probably gonna have half of this rice and a bit of chicken, because I need to eat before I train. I'm gonna train in the next half an hour, so I'll show you that as soon as it's cooked. Right, I'm gonna have all the rice. I just decided because, you know, it's cooked, it's ready. So I'm gonna eat all of it, but I've only got about 95 grams of chicken in there, so not huge amounts. So let me see what that does to the calories and the macros for this meal. So, what was I saying, 95? Well, no, I think about 90. I'll put 90 because it would have shrank a little bit. Right. Let's see what that's done to the calories and the macros. So 90 grams of chicken breast, because obviously once it's cooked it would have shrunk a little bit. White rice was 340 grams, so we had 575 calories, 95.2 grams of carbs, 4 fats, and 35.4 grams of protein. So this is going to be meal number 2. Bit of salt on there, that's all it needs. Right, guys, pre-workout drink is going to be 1 scoop of the Ghost FaZe Clan Gamer. This flavour is lemon lime, so it's very citrusy, so quite natural, if you like, which I always find the natural flavours are much better when it comes to actual flavourings, because all the ones like the Sour Patch Kids and all that sort of flavours, they're going to be obviously artificially flavoured. These are naturally and artificially flavoured as well, but just less of. So 1 scoop of the Ghost Gamer. Now the reason I'm taking Gamer is because 1 scoop is actually only 75 milligrams of caffeine. So I actually need 2 scoops. So 150 milligrams of caffeine going in. Sometimes we don't want the beta alanine. So just caffeine today, no beta alanine. It's leg day. Let's go. I'm not filming leg day today because obviously it's a full day of eating video. But I will do another training video for you guys very soon. Remember, code Kieran saves you 20%. Right, okay, meal number 3. So let me just make some adjustments. So we had white rice, that's done. Now chicken, obviously I've had a bit more chicken than before. So we only had 90 grams before. So I've gone over the top here. I don't normally have any more than sort of 180, 190, 200, 210 sort of max with chicken in one meal. However, you need to get the protein in. So I've put 300 grams of cooked chicken breast in here. What was it? 340 right. So this meal is actually 886 calories. Haven't actually tracked the asparagus, but that's not going to be a lot anyway. Let's have a look. About 65 grams, but 70 anyway. So it's only 20 calories extra. So yeah, this meal is quite a big one. 907, 96 carbs, 11.5 fat, and 98 protein. So quite a lot. However, we need to get it in. This is generally one of my favourite meals. Bit of salt on there, perfect. Post-workout meal, high carb, high protein, low fat. Right, where's my phone? Okay guys, meal number 4. We're looking at 890 calories for this meal. Oh, it's the second biggest calorie meal of the day. However, the biggest fat, we've got 20 grams of fat in here because I overcooked mince. I'm supposed to have 300 grams, but I have 330 grams, but it's not the end of the world. I'm still well under fats today. I'm only hitting 77 grams of fats, which is fine. We've still got another meal later on and potentially a protein shake. But this meal right here is literally mince and rice and obviously salt. So make sure you're having salt with every single meal. Salt actually helps the transportation of nutrients to the muscles, so that's exactly what we want. So not a huge amount, you haven't got to go overboard, but I actually love this meal. It's a proper bro meal if you ask me, just mince and rice. Limited veggies on this one, I had veggies on the last one. Probably could do with some more veggies in the day. However, this is going in. 890 calories, 70 grams of carbs, 108 protein apparently. Wow, that's quite a lot. And 20 grams of fat. I like it. Okay guys, meal number 5. I'm putting these in snacks anyway, to be honest with you. Let me scan the barcode. So I've got a bit of adjustments to make. So this is 130 calories and 25 grams of protein. Now, hear me out. I've already had, well, I haven't had it yet, but I've got tracked 295 grams of carbs, 78 fat, and 331 grams of protein. Now, 331 grams of protein is quite a lot. You know, for most males, 200, 220 is perfect. However, I do train pretty hard. I have trained, I've done a 5K today and I've trained legs today, so my body's in pieces. Plus, all the food that you track, although my food that I'm eating is all freshly cooked, it's not really scanning packets apart from the protein. it can be 20% wrong depending on how you track the food. And that could be 20% in your favour or 20% not in your favour. So we don't really know. So overestimating stuff like protein, I think is very important, because a lot of us do struggle to get our protein target. And we'll have these days where we're like, oh, I've had a lot of protein today. And you might not have even had as much as you think you've had. So it does definitely help. So I might leave it. However, I have got 300 grams of Greek yogurt later with 20 grams of peanut butter. I'm actually going to take, no, it's fine, 150 grams of raspberries and 20 grams of peanut butter. So that's a meal which is only 320 calories, 27 grams of protein. But 300 grams of yogurt is quite a lot. However, I'm going to sink this, see how I feel, and then I'll see if I need all of that yogurt later. And that will wrap up today's full day of eating. But let me drink this first and see how we get on. So we're having one scoop. I've had the cereal whey. It's my favourite flavour, this one, the cereal whey. So, sorry, cereal milk, sorry. It's supposed to taste like, you know, cereal milk back in the day as a kid. And it pretty much does that. Make sure when you're making it, I have mine with water. Always add a couple of ice cubes in there to make it nice and cold, because nobody likes a warm protein shake. You know the drill. Code Kieran saves you 20%. Also, it's perfect after a big meal because it just tastes like a little dessert. Beautiful. Okay, last meal of the day. We have gone for the full 300 grams of Greek yogurt, 120 grams of raspberries, like 20 grams of blueberries, and 20 grams of peanut butter. So total calories macros for today are 295 grams of carbs, 78 fat, and 331 protein, bringing the total calories to 3,273. So a decent amount of calories. Is it bulking calories for me? Not quite. However, it was a good amount of food, very good nutrient dense foods all day today. I couldn't really do much better than that on most days. You know, chicken, rice, beef and rice, whole eggs in the morning, protein shake, and then this. So it's been a very good day. This doesn't look that good, by the way. Today it doesn't look as good as I normally make it. However, mix the frozen raspberries as much as you can with the yogurts, and it sort of makes it like a thick consistency, like a froyo basically. And I never used to think peanut butter with yogurt would work. However, I rate it. This is unbelievable. Okay guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you've enjoyed everything that I've posted today. Obviously, I just wanted to show you what a typical day in the life would be for me. However, because coming back from America, I wanted to go extra sort of, what's the word here? I guess anal on how clean the foods were. Obviously, I went for a run today as well, which I don't normally do. So probably should be slightly more hungry than I am. However, I had a bit of a break between the gym and my meal, so that put me back a little bit. However, that was a full day of eating, and I'll try and keep to these foods like 80-85% of the time. I've told you a million times, guys, single ingredient foods are king, and if you can stick to them 80-85% of the time and allow for certain snacks or meals out with girlfriends or family, whatever it is, then you're on to an absolute winner. Trust me, you'll get to your goals a lot quicker, you can train harder, you'll recover better. It's a win-win situation. So single ingredient foods are king. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you stay fit, stay healthy, stay safe, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Peace.